guys. I'm coming to you from below Chestnut Street. I got my PPE on. It's a very hazardous situation. I should have had my mask on because they're cutting, you can hear the saw cutting into that lead main back there, throwing the dust all over. I think it was the last council meeting, Councilman Hyman said he wasn't really comfortable spending. You can see the dust blowing back there. Spending any of this Biden stimulus on anything other than water while we still have the lead water crisis going on. Well, both Jimmys tore into that. Hyman told him, every town has this, we're just a test bed. I don't really know what that means. It's just something they say to, I guess, find an excuse not to spend the money. We are also told, this is once in a lifetime money. We're always going to be having to replace lines and pipes. That's really kind of the point, and I don't understand why they can't see it. This has become commonplace. It's every couple of weeks there's a sinkhole and a major road shut down. They're paying RDR contractors to come out on Sunday and dig this street up. And as long as this is commonplace, it doesn't matter how many incentives you get or economic director you get. If people can look and see that the city is not on top of the problem, there's no reason to want to move here. But it also misunderstands what the stimulus was for in the first place. There are rules built into the stimulus. It was a Democrat stimulus that was passed and passed by the Democrats, signed by Joe Biden, and it is partly it's a payoff to his supporters, many of whom were Black Americans. They made the difference in the last election, and by and large, they live in urban areas. There are some areas of the South where you have rural blacks, and in some cases like DC, the cities have become white and the suburbs are becoming black. But generally, Black Americans live in poor suburbs and or poor inner cities with dilapidated infrastructure, and they need these things. But the reason the infrastructure is dilapidated is that because when white people fled the inner cities in the 60s and 70s and beginning in the 50s, they took the money with them. And successive councils and cities invested the limited, scarce, decreasing amount of resources they had into things like convention centers and stadiums and things which really did not benefit the city. But they called it economic development. And they deferred the maintenance for so long that cities across the United States are in this pinch. And yet, people like Manchin and Biden understand politicians because they are politicians. A small town politician, they're city politicians, will keep trying the same things because they want their name on buildings. They want things they can show off. And the money was given with strings to prevent that from happening. It's intended to be used to replace infrastructure or to build housing for the homeless, which Fairmont is doing with some of its money. We really need to get with the times to understand the problems that our city has. They're foundational, literally foundational. The city is falling in on itself. It's no longer just houses or buildings downtown. The city itself is falling apart. I'll holler at you later.